Jesus identifies himself with the needy. September 11th. And the king will answer them and say to them, Assuredly I say to you, inasmuch as you did it to one of the least of these my brethren, you did it to me. Matthew chapter 25, verse 40. While God in his providence has laden the earth with his bounties and filled its storehouses with the luxuries of life, there is no excuse whatever for allowing the treasury of God to remain empty. Christians are not excusable for permitting the widow's cries and the orphan's prayers to ascend to heaven because of their suffering want, while a liberal providence has placed in the hands of these Christians abundance to supply their need. Let not the cries of the widow and fatherless call down the vengeance of heaven upon us as a people. In the professed Christian world, there is enough expended in extravagant display for jewels and ornaments to supply the wants of all the hungry and clothed and naked in our towns and cities. And yet, these professed followers of the meek and lowly Jesus need not deprive themselves of suitable food or comfortable clothing. What will these church members say when confronted in the day of God by the worthy poor, the afflicted, the widows and fatherless, who have known pinching want for the meager necessities of life, while that was expended by these professed followers of Christ for superfluous clothing and needless ornaments expressly forbidden in the Word of God, enough to supply all their wants? We see ladies professing godliness wear elegant gold chains, necklaces, rings, and other jewelry, while want stalks in the streets, and the suffering and destitute are on every side. These do not interest them, nor awaken their sympathy, but they will weep over the imaginary suffering depicted in the last novel. They have no ears for the cries of the needy, no eyes to behold the cold and almost naked forms of women and children around them. They look upon real want as a species of crime and withdraw from suffering humanity as from a contagious disease. To such, Christ will say, I was an hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. Sick and in prison, and ye visited me not. But on the other hand, Christ says to the righteous, For I was an hungered, and ye give me meat. I was thirsty, and ye give me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Thus Christ identifies his interest with that of suffering humanity. Deeds of love and charity done to the suffering are as though done to himself.